Right, so get ready, because today we're diving into a world where wands meet viral fame. Harry Potter meets Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Ever thought about what would happen if the boy who lived was thrown into like a high-stakes YouTube challenge?
Yeah.
With, that whole philanthropic Mr. Beast style.
Right.
Well, that's what we're going to find out today.
I love it.
You've sent me some really cool articles on both Harry Potter and Mr. Beast, so we're using those as like our guide to make this whole thing feel as realistic as possible.
Absolutely.
By the end of this deep dive, I'm thinking we're going to have like a Mr. Beast challenge that's like worthy of the Triwizard Tournament. And we'll see if we can come up with a really fun video concept, like maybe I survived Hogwarts to win infinite candy.
I like it. Although it does seem a bit tough to mesh the over-the-top, challenges and giveaways that Mr. Beast is known for with the more, magical world of Harry Potter.
Right. Like, how do you even start to blend those two together?
Well, luckily, we have some sources that can help us.
That's good.
We'll definitely have to address, the recent controversies surrounding Mr. Beast. Can't ignore that.
Yeah, that is definitely an important conversation to have.
Yeah, but first, let's dive into the fun stuff. We'll get to all that later, but I'm really curious to hear what you think about how these two worlds could collide.
Sure. I mean, think about it this way. You've got Mr. Beast's audience who absolutely loves his, crazy stunts and how generous he is.
Right. And then you've got Harry Potter fans. They've pretty much grown up with these books and movies, so the passion is definitely there.
For sure. I'm looking at this source here. 8 data-driven secrets behind Mr. Beast's YouTube empire.
Oh, interesting.
And it talks about how he uses data, basically figures out what's already popular, and then figures out how to combine those things in new creative ways.
So he's really strategic about it.
Totally. It's almost like he has a formula for virality.
I see.
And one thing that stood out was this idea of creating evergreen content, stuff that keeps performing well over time.
Ah, smart.
That's where I think the Harry Potter angle gets really interesting. The wizarding world kind of has this timeless quality.
Right.
It could totally translate into a video that has lasting appeal.
Exactly. So what kind of challenges are we thinking?
We need to give them a reason, a purpose.
A quest.
A quest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about the classic hero's journey.
Okay.
Harry's journey throughout the books is a perfect example.
Right.
He starts as this ordinary kid,
right,
faces all these challenges, grows stronger, and ultimately he has to confront this ultimate evil.
Yeah.
And we could mirror that structure in our Mr. Beast challenge.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start by introducing our contestants.
Yeah.
Imagine, you're at Hogwarts.
Okay.
You're one of these lucky contestants. And of course, the first thing you got to do when you get to Hogwarts is you got to get sorted into your house.
Right, of course. You got your Gryffindor, your brave kids.
Yep.
Your Hufflepuffs. They're just loyal.
The loyal ones?
Your Ravenclaws. Super smart.
Yeah. The smart ones.
And then Slytherin.
The ambitious ones.
A little mischievous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the twist is, it's not just a talking hat that sorts you anymore.
Ooh, what is it?
This is like a Mr. Beast level challenge.
Ah, okay.
So imagine there's there's these tasks that you have to do that really test are you brave? Are you loyal?
Okay.
Are you smart?
I like it.
One that caught my eye was the potions challenge.
Ooh, what is that?
Picture contestants racing against the clock to brew potion, with hilarious consequences if they mess up.
Oh, I can just see it now. Cauldrons bubbling over, ingredients flying everywhere. That's so visually chaotic, and it just fits so well with the unpredictable nature of magic in the Harry Potter world.
Right. And, Mr. Beast wouldn't just stop there. This source, How to Succeed in Mr. Beast's Production, talks about the wow factor. He always tries to go above and beyond.
Ooh, I love that.
Imagine contestants having to navigate a massive obstacle course, but on broomsticks. The Quidditch scavenger hunt.
Stop. That's so cool. We could build a giant replica of Hogwarts, moving staircases, secret passages, the whole thing.
Exactly. And instead of just looking for the snitch, maybe they have to solve riddles, answer trivia about Quidditch and Hogwarts, really immerse themselves in the world.
I'm already picturing the thumbnail.
Same here. And speaking of pushing the boundaries, what if we took it one step further, literally made them fly on broomsticks, obviously with safety precautions, of course.
Whoa, hold on. That would be incredible. How would we even pull that off?
That's the fun part, figuring out how to make it happen. In that Mr. Beast fashion, something nobody else has done before.
Okay, I am officially on board with this. Broomsticks, it is.
Awesome. Now, to make sure this video has the most impact, we need to make it emotional too.
Interesting.
So for the climax, the pasted text suggests a battle for Hogwarts, trivia showdown. The final 2 contestants go head-to-head in a Harry Potter trivia challenge.
Okay, a trivia showdown. That's something every Harry Potter fan can relate to.
Totally. But to make it even more interesting, we need to go deeper than just answering questions.
What do you mean?
We need to understand why they love Harry Potter.
Yeah.
How have the books or movies impacted their lives?
Oh, I get it. It's about those personal stories, making the audience really connect with the contestants on a deeper level.
Exactly. We could weave those stories into the trivia. As the questions get harder, the stakes get higher, and we get a glimpse into their vulnerabilities, their triumphs.
You're thinking, like, maybe one contestant was bullied and found strength in Harry's story or something?
Precisely. And maybe another one was inspired by Hermione's love of learning.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It would be like more than just trivia. It's a test of their fandom, their love for this world.
Yes. And to ramp up the Mr. Beast factor, the winner doesn't just get bragging rights. They get to donate to a charity related to Harry Potter.
Ooh, I love that. Maybe something that promotes literacy, like a book drive or a scholarship fund?
Exactly. Or maybe even an organization that helps kids who've faced similar challenges to the characters in the books.
Yeah.
Tying it back to those themes of overcoming adversity.
That would be so powerful. It really brings together the generosity of Mr. Beast and the heart of the Harry Potter series.
Exactly. So we've got potions, we've got Quidditch, we've got trivia, and we've got a charitable donation. We're really starting to paint a picture here.
It's really coming together.
But we still have one big thing to address. Those controversies surrounding Mr. Beast. We can't just gloss over that.
Yeah, you're right. We need to talk about it.
We have these sources breaking down allegations against Mr. Beast and his company Time, and how to succeed in Mr. Beast production. And they bring up some pretty serious concerns about his company culture and how things are run.
Right. Allegations of unsafe working conditions, injuries during filming, and even misconduct from one of his former employees.
Definitely stuff we can't ignore, especially when we're talking about a video that's supposed to celebrate values like courage, friendship, and doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's true. We spent all this time coming up with these fantastical Harry Potter challenges, and then boom, reality hits. We want this video to be about courage and friendship and doing what's right, but then you have these allegations of, like, people getting hurt during filming.
I know. It just feels like kind of hypocritical, right? Like, we can't just ignore this stuff.
Absolutely not. I mean, just looking at these sources, breaking down allegations against Mr. Beast and his company Time, and how to succeed in Mr. Beast production, it's clear there are some serious concerns about how his company operates.
Yeah, like those stories about unsafe working conditions, contestants feeling pressure to do things they're not comfortable with, even those accusations of misconduct from that former employee.
Right, the Ava Chris Tyson situation. It's definitely a lot to process.
It really is. And I think it's even more important to address this because, well, Mr. Beast has a huge platform. He's got a lot of influence, especially with younger viewers.
Absolutely. And with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Exactly. So if we're going to make this I Survived Hogwarts video, we need to make sure that it's not just wildly entertaining, but also ethically sound.
I agree. So how do we even start to do that?
Well, it's good that Mr. Beast is taking some initial steps, hiring that third-party law firm to investigate the allegations against Tyson and talking about implementing sensitivity training for his team.
Yeah, and the idea of bringing in some key executives, like a chief human resources officer and a general counsel, that could help too.
I think so.
Yeah.
But, actions speak louder than words. What are some concrete things we could do for this specific video, for I Survived Hogwarts, that would show we are serious about creating a safe and inclusive production?
Well, I think transparency is a good place to start, like being upfront with everyone involved about the risks and rewards and making sure that they feel comfortable speaking up if something isn't right.
Right. And I think we need to go beyond just having, policies in place. We need to foster a culture of respect, like regular check-ins with the participants, really enforcing the safety protocols, and being absolutely clear that there is zero tolerance for any behavior that puts someone's well-being at risk.
Yeah. And I think it'd be really powerful if we incorporated those values into the challenges themselves, like the challenge where the contestants have to work together to solve a puzzle or something, emphasizing teamwork and collaboration.
That's a fantastic idea. And I think it ties in beautifully with the whole Harry Potter theme, right? Like Harry and his friends always had to work together to overcome Voldemort and his followers.
Oh, for sure. And it's not just about surviving the challenges, right? It's about surviving them with, like, integrity and compassion.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's about showing that we can be competitive and still treat each other with kindness and respect.
Yeah, exactly. And who knows, maybe those messages will resonate with the viewers even more, knowing that behind the scenes, the production itself was actually run with those values in mind.
I think you're right. Okay, so we've talked about the controversies, we've talked about solutions, and we've talked about how to incorporate some of those positive values into the challenges themselves.
We have. So I guess we can move on now, right?
Yeah, I think it's time to revisit some of those specific challenges we were brainstorming earlier.
Oh, right. Like, I'm still thinking about that escape from Gringotts challenge, turning Gringotts into a giant escape room with all these magical puzzles and surprises.
I know, right? Escape rooms are all about, like, building suspense, tapping into that fear of being trapped.
Totally. The ticking clock really adds to that sense of urgency.
It would be awesome. But to really make it special, we got to make it authentically Harry Potter,
Okay, so what are we thinking?
Well, remember that source we looked at? The History of the Wizarding World timeline? There's so many amazing stories about magical creatures and enchanted objects. We could base the puzzles around those stories.
Interesting.
Like imagine a riddle based on, I don't know, the invention of the golden snitch or something.
I love it.
Or maybe they have to outsmart a niffler to get a key or something, Really reward those viewers who are true Harry Potter fans.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
And to really kick it up a notch, picture this. We unleash like a dozen nifflers into the Gringotts set.
Wait, what? A dozen nifflers?
Yeah. The contestants will be running around trying to collect all this treasure while these adorable little creatures are like stealing things right out from under their noses.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. And total chaos.
Exactly. Pure Mr. Beast mayhem.
Okay, you've convinced me. Niffles it is.
Awesome. And, it all ties back to that wow factor we talked about earlier, right?
Right.
That's what makes Mr. Beast's videos so unique, so captivating. So we've got the replica Hogwarts for the Quidditch challenge, the potential for actual broomstick flying, obviously. Got to prioritize safety there.
Of course, of course.
And then, we can even incorporate special effects to bring those spells and magical creatures to life.
Totally. It's all about creating this immersive experience for the viewers, making them feel like they're right there in the wizarding world alongside the contestants.
Right. But at the end of the day, it's the emotional core that will really make this video unforgettable.
You're talking about that final showdown, right? The trivia challenge.
Yeah. We need to make it more than just, spitting out facts.
Right. It needs to be deeper than that.
It's about creating that space for vulnerability. Ask them how Harry Potter has helped them through tough times, inspired them, even just giving them a place to escape.
It's about the personal connection, right?
Yeah, exactly. Letting the viewers see those real human stories behind their fandom.
And those genuine moments, those glimpses of vulnerability, that's what sticks with people long after the video's over.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So imagine it. Final question. The score is tied. The tension is like palpable.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And the question, it hinges on some tiny detail from the books that only a true fan would remember.
Okay, yeah.
As they're trying to remember the answer, we cut to those personal stories we talked about earlier, really building that emotional roller coaster.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
Me too. And visually, we go all out. Close-ups on their faces as they're thinking. Sweeping shots of this elaborately designed set. Maybe even some special effects to blur the lines between reality and the magical world.
It's like we're not just creating a video, we're creating an experience,
Precisely. We want the viewers to feel the weight of that final question, to share in the contestants' journey, to celebrate the power of these stories that we all love.
I think we've done it. We've covered the challenges, the ethical concerns, the emotional core.
We really have.
And now it's time to think about the ending. How do we leave the viewers feeling like inspired?
Yeah, we want them to walk away with something more than just, wow, that was a cool video.
Right. We want it to be impactful.
Exactly. And remember that Battle for Hogwarts trivia showdown we talked about? The winner gets to make that big charitable donation.
Oh, yeah. That's a good start.
Right. But I think we can take it even further. The infinite candy.
Yeah, infinite candy. What does that even look like in the wizarding world,
Like, are we talking like a bottomless bag of Bertie Bott's every flavor beans,
Oh, that'd be good.
right? Or like you get a lifetime supply of Honeydew sweets,
Oh, yeah, honeydew.
and like every day, like an owl just brings you a delivery.
Oh my gosh, delivered by owl. That's perfect.
Or what about like a chocolate frog factory that just
Yes.
like magically like replenishes itself?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. So you never run out of chocolate frogs?
Yeah, you just have infinite chocolate frogs.
I mean, that sounds like both amazing and kind of dangerous, right?
It's like, it's that Mr. Beast level of like absurd.
Yeah, it's like almost too much, but also you want it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm getting a sugar rush just thinking about it.
Me too, me too. That's pretty powerful.
It really is. You know, we've talked a lot about pushing the boundaries for this video.
We have.
Those crazy challenges, the amazing visuals, even the possibility of like real broomstick flying.
Don't forget the nifflers.
Oh yeah, can't forget the nifflers. But at the end of the day, it's those human moments that will truly resonate with people.
Right, the vulnerability, the shared experience of being a fan.
It's those things that will make this video stand out.
It will.
You know, we started with this seemingly simple idea.
It sounded fun.
Right. But look at what we've done. We've combined the excitement of Mr. Beast with the magic of Harry Potter.
And we've created something that's not just entertaining, but also thoughtful and inspiring.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
And, you know, as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a question. What will you do to make the world a little more magical?